Yeah, sscofakron@gmail.com. Oh, from the app. Yeah, not from the app. No, unfortunately.
But through your bank account.
Through your bank account, yes.
Yeah.
And then go to Zelle that way. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, Michael's going to do our leading today. I'm doing the music. So, Michael.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I light our brand new candle today. And we're using the old-fashioned method here. There he goes. So I light the first taper because it represents the divinity in us, that light that's always within us. And I light the second candle, the second taper, as it represents us joining together in community, where we share again that we shine a greater light to not only our area but to the world. Well, good morning and welcome. We're musicianless, but that does not mean that we don't have music here. We have music from Karen Drucker, who we can use by permission. And so go ahead, Diana, and take us into our first song.
All right. Yes, one second here. Oh, I gotta hit share first. Just a second. There.
Say thank you. Thank you. You sound so beautiful.
We can't hear it.
Can't hear it at all?
No, that's because you have you need to put on original sound for musicians on.
Okay.
For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this
Turn this off a second, sorry. Get out of here.
Go in the upper right-hand corner and just put.
For some reason, my stop share. Okay. Let me go back to here. I'm so sorry. Can you tell we've not done this before? All right. What the heck? So why is it not? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
It's because I got out of YouTube. That's my problem. I am going to go out a minute and I'll come right back.
Why don't we just go on?
Okay, yeah, I'll have music for the other one by then. So
You
normally,
may want to turn your original off right now.
all right, hang on. Oh no, wait. I'm just gonna go out, like I said. Maybe. Mhm. Well, it says I'm out of the meeting.
I see you.
What was that?
I see you.
Okay,
Hear you.
all right. Okay, what is going on with this? All right, there we go. So, all right, I'm leaving. Leave meeting. Okay.
Okay. Well, we're going to go on here, and as we do, we uh, we had music, but oh well. So I'm going to read today from Science of Mind 365 here, and Diana will hopefully figure that out. This is from April the 6th. It says, all of us are rooted in the mind of God. We didn't plan it this way. This is the way it is. God is still the supreme power, and the divine spirit is present with us no matter where we are. We must learn to tune in to the mind of God. For when we do, we are turning into the most dynamic reality in the universe. Don't be afraid to talk to God, always remembering that God speaks a certain kind of language, and there's nothing negative about it. We believe in a prayerful, affirmative meditation above all else. We believe in the actually talking to God and letting God answer. But perhaps in our confusion, we talk at God rather than to Him. And we've been told that God, how terrible everything is and how unhappy we are. Try this. Instead, sit in complete repose and then tell God how wonderful He or she is, and then how glad that you are and how grateful you are. It's at these times that we turn into the divine, and the divine will respond to us. We will always receive comfort and consolation that we need, the inward sense of security and well-being that everyone must have to be happy and whole. All right. Science of Mind 365. Okay, so since we don't have any meditation music, I hope that we're okay with that, because we're going to go into a time of meditation. So as we do so, let's just close our eyes and take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Release, relax, and just let go. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now let's take 3 breaths from our heart. Take your attention away from your head and put it right into your heart area. Again, take another deep breath in through your heart and release. Take another deep breath in through your heart and release. Take another deep breath in through your heart and release. Okay. So let's know together the truth. The truth is that there is only one. One presence, one power, one life, one activity that is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, and omniactive. That God is everywhere present, everywhere powerful, everywhere all-knowing, everywhere active. That there is
no
no
spot that God is not.
And I recognize and realize and sense and know that this God essence, this God life force is as me, in me, and through me now. For I am one with this one life, this one activity, this one presence and power of good. Feel that, know that. Know that this God essence, this God presence is personal to you, personal to me. It guides us, it directs us. We are one with it. It is that as expression as us. Feel that, know that. And as you continue to breathe, know with me the truth. The truth is that there is only one. One life, one activity, and that life and activity is in us, as us, and through us. So now we just let go of anything that's happened in the past. We allow ourselves just to be fully here in the present, and we anticipate a wonderful future. So I speak the word for our time together as community, our time together as Summit Center for Spiritual Living. And I speak the word, and I know that today is a good day. Today is a God day. Today is a day of rejoicing as we gather together here. And I know that as Deb speaks today, that the words that she speaks are Spirit's words expressing as her, in her, and through her. And that we have just a wonderful service today. I give great thanks for each and every person who is watching, either by live or through Facebook. I just know that everything and everybody is prospered and blessed because not only are we here, but we are broadcasting and being available to the whole world. For this, I just give great thanks. And I feel a sense of peace with that, knowing that all is well. All is good. We are blessed today because we are together. And for that, again, giving great thanks, knowing for a wonderful service. I now speak the word and now just say thank you and release it into that great law of life, which only knows to do and say one thing, and that is say yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you agree with me, please say with me, and so it is. So what you want to do now is as you open your eyes, take a look into the camera and see everyone's beautiful face and their beautiful eyes. Even though we don't see Hannah. All right. Diana, I'm going to make an audible here. Let's just forget the music.
I can, I think I got it, or we can try it. We don't need to do the music right now. We'll go right into the thing, but I can do the after song, the after one.
Okay. Well, we'll try that. So Deb Haley is a student of the Course in Miracles, and she has a message that she would like to share with us. So Deb, it's all yours.
Okay. Well, my topic is the cause for peace is to reestablish the reign of love. Uh-oh, I lost my, okay, there we go. And we're kind of going into the Easter season, a few more weeks. And so it's not exactly a Easter sermon, but it's it goes into the topic of the crucifixion and salvation and forgiveness. But there are those with open channels to the guides who say we're witnessing the mirror of the collective consciousness, projecting its separate self onto the external world. And the time has come for the conflicts of the subconsciousness to be exposed to the healing light for expansion and regeneration. And they are preparing us for the upheaval that is part of the transmutation process. And as there are those who will want to keep things the same way and resist the light. I keep hearing this word unprecedented. What is happening in our politics is unprecedented. And I don't mean for this to be a political talk, but the divine source has preeminent precedence. And I want to reflect on the Bible, the science of the mind, text, and the words from the Course in Miracles. Helen Schucman conveyed the Christ teachings eloquently, and I can only drop some breadcrumbs from the teachings that came to her. Different teachings can coexist and overlap and create synergy. And these teachings are ancient, universal in nature, the Hermetics, the agnostic teachings, the Hindu sutras, the Buddhist canons, Rosicrucianism originated in Sufism, the Kabbalah is Jewish, and many more. Even some indigenous tribes teach we're not bound by the physical world. But A Course in Miracles is a wonderful text for discerning the egoic nature of reality from the true nature and the reality of the absolute. While the media is announcing we are in unprecedented times, A Course in Miracles says there's only one problem and only one solution. And the answer is the atonement of Christ. Well, don't worry, this isn't going to be an altar call at the end of my presentations. I won't be asking you to send me money to save the souls in Washington, D.C. I will leave that to the evangelical Paula White. He wants to be the witness to the oligarchs. Sorry, Diana, if we're picking on you. But, okay, so the lesson 79, the Course recognizes the world seems to present you with a vast number of problems, each requiring a different answer. And it says this perception places you in a position in which your problem solving is inadequate and failure inevitable. And in the chapter 27, the Course states, it's not the will for life. It's not will for life, but the wish for death that is motivation for the world. Its only purpose is to prove guilt real. No worldly thought or act or feeling has a motivation other than this one. These are the witnesses that are called forth to be believed and lend conviction to the system they speak for and represent. And each had many voices speaking to your brother and yourself in different tongues to the illusions of guilt. There is enormous effort to establish a reality of darkness, a world perceived in separation, a world governed by a desire to be unlike God and therefore chaotic, governed by arbitrary and senseless laws projected from a mind because of fear of it. Yet this world is only in the mind of its makers, as is its salvation. The altar of the divine is also there. So I want to provide an alternative notion to the testimony that claims man was created in sin and separate from God. And so I have a visualization, symbolization of self in God. And so if you take a moment to relax and center yourself in the present moment, imagine God as the sun. Feel the warmth, feel the energy and expansion of the sun. And now imagine an infinite number of rays of energy extending from the sun as though they are sons of God. Each ray is identical to the magnitude and grandeur of the sun. And now imagine the sun is like an infinite sunflower. Imagine each seed within each soul ray of the Son of God as the spark of divine light of God. And allow the feeling of the light to expand in and through and all around you. The Son and the Father, and the rays, the sons of God, share equally in the unified field within the Father. And take another moment to affirm these words silently to yourself. I am as God created me. God created me like himself. God is spirit, therefore I am spirit. God is holy, therefore I am holy. God is love, therefore I am love. God created me whole and perfect. God created me pure and innocent. God had created me free and sovereign. And so it is. Everything in form is already set in motion according to the laws of God. The Son of Man is so sovereign that God gave him free will within the gift of his likeness and the ability to create from his own imagination as he did through his word. The Son of God became so excited and impressed with all that he himself imagined into being that this tiny idea came to him that he was independent and separate from the source of all that is his being, and he forgot who he originally was. Having been given a free will and sovereignty to choose, God said, "No, as you wish." The law of cause and effect was set in motion. He was permitted to have the consequences of his free choice. And as an individual personality and separate from God, no longer sharing in its perfect likeness and will of his absolute supreme beingness and true nature, this persona split off from its source and went about enjoying its ability to imagine a world he created. But the Son of Man began claiming its power over all of creation, and as a result of this split mind and forgetting its original divine nature, experiences lack, limitation, scarcity, and incompleteness. This split also created a duality in a mind separate from God out there, instead of its own beingness, resulting in the fear of the Mother, Father, God, and separation from all the other rays of the sun who were its brothers. So identifying as a separate self, the persona of the ego created so much pain and confusion and powerless that the small self began to seek, but not knowing where to seek, sought outside of himself through external conditions, craving the love and the joy and the peace that divinely belongs to him in his original authentic state of perfection as God's Son. So in this state of incompleteness, limitation, and lack, he believed there was not enough to go around for all the rays of the sun, his brothers. In his forgetfulness of God as his source and being, he forgot who his brothers were as well. And he believed in scarcity, and he began to suspect his brother of taking the good he wanted for himself. And he developed jealousy and hatred, insatiable greed, as nothing in the external world can replace the holiness and the completeness of the true nature of God's Son. The pain, the helplessness, and fear for survival, and the guilt he felt from annexing God in his mind became intolerable. So he projected outside of himself what was within. His perception of his brother denied the equal divinity as sons of God, and fear of his brother caused the Son of God to judge him as a threat and not as the love as God created him, as he himself. And the Son of God the sons of God came into conflict with one another, manipulating, deceiving, being divisive, competing and warring with one another. Yet it is never the Father's will that its seed of divine light ever leave its offspring. The projection can never be so in truth. It can only be an illusion that is never real. It's a misperception. And misperceptions lead to miscreations of the world created with the mind, within the mind of man. And the Bible says, you meant it for evil, but God means it for good. God even uses man's misperception for good. The Holy Spirit is still within to communicate the truth and peel away the clouds of obstruction to purify the mind of the sons of God. God did not create this external world mortal world, God created the perfection of the eternal heaven. The Son of Man is left to a task with the help of the Holy Spirit to bring the love, the joy, the peace to earth as it is in heaven. And when the Son of Man has had enough of the guilt, the pain, the suffering from his misperception and miscreations, the seed within, the Holy Spirit can communicate the truth to the inner man and bring to memory the true likeness in him and join all the rays of the sons, the brothers, with him in one unified oneness, because it is never his will that the Son be separate from his love. The Father is incomplete without his Son, and a remedy was required to heal the guilt from the splitting of the mind, and that tiny thought that the Son of God could be a separate self from God and each other. In Lesson 79, in the Course in Miracles, the remedy is explained as the atonement of Christ. And if you break down the spelling, you see at one, to unify and make whole. The word Christ is not referring to Jesus the man, but a state of consciousness of one who has fully awakened to our shared identity as Christ. The Bible calls for salvation, God's forgiveness of man's sinful nature. In the Course in Miracles, salvation and forgiveness are the same thing. Something went wrong and needs correction. It is man's illusion of separation from the source of his being that needs corrected, which is undone without attack and with no pain from a loving Father. A Course in Miracles says God does not forgive because God does not condemn. Fear condemns and love forgives. Forgiveness thus undoes what fear has produced, returning the mind to the awareness of God. For this reason, forgiveness can truly be called salvation. It is the means by which illusion disappears. In the Course, atonement restores reality through the reunification of the mind and spirit to the state of love and grace in one's awareness. This single purpose to release guilt points to heaven and peace with God. The call of atonement is innocence, the right of all that God created. The atoned are the forgiven. Forgiveness is not creative, it's restorative, healing of the perception of separation and the denial of oneness with God. There is one answer to all appearances, regardless of their form, their size, their depth, or any attribute they seem to have. It does not matter what you see, hear, think, or accuse the Son of Man of doing. The teacher of miracles sees the truth of being and forgives the illusion. Prayer forgiveness is nothing more than recognizing what you already have. Atonement restores everything to the Son of God and teaches his true condition. We're all joined in purity here. Nothing else can unite the world. Separation is the source of guilt. Whom you perceive as guilty, you crucify. And crucifixion is of the ego. In its condemnation, it would kill, but God would only restore, as reflected in the Bible story of the rejoicing of the Father for the prodigal son's return. The resurrection is a symbol of the release from guilt. Refuse to accept anyone without the blessing of atonement. Call forth in everyone the remembrance of God. Your correct perception of his holiness helps him perceive it as his own. God wills that all the sons share equally. Giving is receiving. We give because we have, and all separation vanishes as holiness is shared. And in the recognition of his holiness, you recognize and reinforce your own. Forgive all thoughts that would oppose the thought of your completion, unity, and love. Know yourself as love. See only what you want to have, a world of fear, destruction, and death, or Christ's vision of a forgiven, risen world in love, peace, and joy. So if you would affirm these words to yourself from the Course in Miracles on page 993, salvation is my only function. God is still love, therefore so am I, as well as my brother. All the world of pain is not his will. It is God's will that your mind be one with his. It is God's will that he has but one son. It is his will that his son is you. And so it is. Thank you.
That was excellent, Deb. That was really good.
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm not a student of the course, but I'm around individuals who are students, and it's just wonderful how, again, that the teachings of the course, again, coming from again, you know, again, we are living in times that can either transform us or burn us up. So I think that that's, again, by seeing what the course says is that, is that we are restored by forgiveness, by understanding that we are not separate, that we are all one, in that we're all one with even the individuals who are causing the current chaos. And again, I think this is all a time of waking up for all of us, that time of empowerment. So thank you. That was great.
Yeah, it
I have
was.
to have you speak more. So yeah, that was great. So anybody else have anything to share?
I was just going to say that was very, very good. And
Thank you.
I really like the reminder of that, the crucifixion was our way of us not recognizing God, basically recognizing and faithfully believing in our higher power, and continuing to use that higher power that is already within us. So I really like that. So thank you. And I don't know if Wayne is there, but I never got to say hello to Wayne. Is he there?
Wayne, he fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
He never woke up from meditation.
Oh. Well, Wayne, hello, and it's good to see you. And yes, even though you fell asleep, that it's good, because
I
you
made him
did
read
it on a
it.
different level. What now?
I said I made him read it, my presentation.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, so since we have some time, I'm going to go ahead and try the music now. Is that okay?
Okay, go ahead.
What song we would do? All right. Share. There you go. On. Can you hear it good now?
Praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. I praise my sister, I raise my sister in the name of love. I praise my sister, I raise my sister in the name of love. I praise my brother, I raise my brother in the name of love. I praise my brother, I raise my brother in the name of love. I praise my family, I raise my family in the name of love. I praise my family, I raise my family in the name of love. I praise the children, I raise the children in the name of love. I praise the children, I raise the children in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love.
I think that we have the best music in the world.
I am healed, I am healed.
Yes, we have the best music in the world, I believe. Again, it's really nice to be able to go to conferences. I know the best part of the business meeting for Centered Spirit Living was the music. That was great. Diana, I'm getting a lot of echo.
Oh, sorry.
I never heard of Karen. Derek, is that her name?
No,
Karen.
Karen, you've never heard of Karen Drucker?
Oh, wow.
Tucker?
I should say,
Yeah, Karen Drucker. Karen Drucker is well known within CSL, and she has an honorary doctorate, and very much. She's a sweetie to work with, and as far as egoless, just wonderful. It's just really, again, we have the best music. If you want to hear more of this good stuff, if you go to Live 365, New Thought Radio has a lot of this wonderful music on, and New Thought Radio, and on Live 365. If you don't know how to get there, give me a call. I'll get you there. But again, it's again, great music, and again, that any way that we can encourage ourselves during this time. Again, remember that in this darkness, that we are the light. We are the light. During this time is that we are the light. We are called to bear the light and also to be the light. So anyhow, so let's it's our time in our wonderful service for a time of giving. And if you could take your gift in your hand, right top over left, there's several ways you can give here. You can give again through Zelle or PayPal at sscofakron@gmail.com. sscofakron@gmail.com. Again, both work. The other thing that works is sending us a check snail mail. That's 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. If you put the word Summit CSL, Summit Spiritual Center, anything with the word Summit on, you're able to, it'll get through. So again, just symbolically take the gift in your hand, right top over left. And again, that understand that the gift and the giver are one. And that's the reason why we give. It's because that is our divine nature, is to give. So when we don't believe that we can give, that's a place of ego. There's always something that we can give. It may not be money or certain things, but there's always something that we can give. So just bless that gift of giving and know that, again, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Everything is blessed in this moment, and I give great thanks for it. And so it is.
I could play a song instead of just doing our Good More Good, if you'd like, from Karen Drucker again.
Yes. Why don't you do that?
All right, let me on this to share. Sound is on. I just have to get the right song up. Should take just a second. Come on. Goodness, goodness, goodness. I'm getting there. I go to number 26. Almost there.
Most people have no clue that in 2024, the best way to make money with Amazon is not with physical products.
Wait a minute.
It's Amazon's other company, Audible.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything.
That is not what I wanted. Sorry.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything and every little thing that I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Oh, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything, everything I need. God gives me everything, every little thing I need.
All right, that's wonderful.
Diane's getting a lot of echo. There you go. Okay, good. All right. Time for announcements here. Again, I spend most of my week at ntmedia.org, New Thought Media Network, and lots of great programs. I'm working on one right now with Reverend Dr. Ruth Miller, who's the president and provost of Emerson Institute. It's called New Thought Roots and Branches. And again, that's all free. You can just go on YouTube and put in New Thought Media Network, and you get the channel and all the good stuff there. I try to put our stuff on as much as I can as when I'm producing. So there's a lot of content on our YouTube, on our Facebook page, but also if you miss anything, go to the YouTube page and it's all there. That's ntmedia.org. Again, go to New Thought Media Network on the YouTube. So had a great show on Friday with our friend Jeff Radcliffe, and it was a great show. But also, again, if you want to hear great music like Karen Drucker, which again, I believe we have the best inspirational music in the world. If you go to just push in New Thought Radio, just put that in your search bar. It should bring up Live 365 and it'll take you right to it. Great programs. Again, that's all on that radio station. It's all commercial free. So all you listen to is great music. So anybody else, I'll be John, yeswise.com. That's yeswise.com. And I have plenty of stuff up there, yeswise.com. So Deb, tell him I channeled him. Yeswise.com. So, yeah. All right. Well, listen again. Thank you all for being here today. And Deb, that was great. And so we will conclude here by a time of silence. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my original sound on. And during this time, I'd like us to go ahead and to just to be in the stillness, to be in that quiet. Yes, to know that again, during this time of silence, just be there. And I'll ring us in and I'll ring us out. Thank you very much. So let's say together the prayer of protection from the unity tradition. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. That wherever we are, God is. And all is well.
And I do have a closing song. So
surrender, I relax, let go. Release and surrender, I relax, let go. Release and surrender, all is well, all is well. I relax, let go. Release and surrender, I relax, let go. Release and surrender, I relax, let go. Release and surrender, all is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, cause it's oh so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I ever need. Let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I am well, all is well, all is well. I am well.
Thank you so very much.
And that concludes our
So when Hannah gets our, she'll have to take us off Facebook. There she is.